Have you ever sat and wondered if you could survive the 7 Days to Die apocalypse if it was real, that all you had was your bare hands to survive? Yeah, me neither, because I'm an adult and I don't have time to think about fun things like that because I have to worry about taxes. But let us evade taxes for a moment and dive into another video where I seriously test how stupid do I have to make a video before every viewer understands that it's a joke. Let's jump in. Alright, so we have a 7 Days to Die tier list here that was for just ranking the zombies, but I've adapted it to a much more interesting idea. So the first zombie is the crawler. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it here, guys. If that little thing came after me in real life, I would jump on it so easily. I would simply cannonball onto its back and kill it. It wouldn't even be a fight. It would be uninteresting to watch, so I would kill them like a bug. Very easy question to ask here. So now we have Arlene, which brings me to the difficult question of, is it okay to hit zombies who are women? And I think it's perfectly valid to fight women who are zombies. They are zombies, they are trying to kill you. So the fact that Arlene was previously a woman is of no consequence to this battle. With that said, she looks like she's very short. She's obviously quite a lightweight woman. I think I would be able to kill Arlene pretty easily. And I don't even think I need to defend it all that much. It's gonna be harder than the crawler, but I don't even think I could call that fight tough. So now we come into the biker, and I would guess the biker's probably taller and bigger than me, which gives him reach and a physical advantage. He also has armor in game, which I'm going to translate as him just being very durable in real life. If he's like 6'3" or 6'4" and he's like 250 pounds, I think he would probably beat me. The question is, would there be a fight? Now honestly, here's where the meta game comes in. Here's where my quadrillion neurons come in. The biker is a very fast zombie in 7 Days to Die. That means he would run at me really quickly, and he would probably be able to tackle me and kill me instantly. But I know the biker zombie is so fast, and in real life, zombies would trip and fall a lot, especially if they were that big and they ran that quickly. So I think that what would happen with me and the biker is he would sprint towards me and he would trip on something, and then I would stomp on his head and it would just not do anything consequential given their durability in game. I think he would just get up and then kill me anyway, but I think that constitutes killing me with a fight. So I'm going to put him in the would kill me but a fight category. Next we have the burnt zombie. What what is a burnt guy gonna... He doesn't have any muscles. They're all burned off. I don't even understand how he moves in the video game. He's dead. They're all dead, but like he's really dead. He's charred to a crisp. How is he gonna swing a hand and try and kill? Like, what is he gonna do? Yeah, no. I'm gonna put him in kill him like a bug. Even if he could set me entirely on fire by punching me. We're not talking about ferals or radiateds or infernals or charged. We're just assuming that any of the non-standard zombies would simply kill me instantly because they're supernatural in their nature. So we're not gonna question that too much. Next, we have the demolition zombie. I think something we don't really assess here in terms of a bare knuckle fight with the demolition zombie. This is obviously the old model for it, but I'll show the updated one on screen. The demolition zombie has a button on his chest that can be very easily pressed to make him explode. And I think realistically, if this was a real person zombie thing trying to tackle and eat you, he would probably like dive at you and then accidentally set off his own button, and then we would both die instantly. But I'm considering that a victory for him because he's a zombie. But on top of that, he's also armored to fuck. He's like 7 foot tall. He's like a super mutant from Fallout 3 for some reason, and he's clad in an EOD suit. I am not beating that guy in a fist fight, especially since I might accidentally brush up against the world's most sensitive detonator and blow us both up. So he is going in the kill me very easily category. Next we have the cop. Now here's the thing about the cop, straight up, he's not gonna get me into a fight with like my bare hands. He's just gonna spit at me and I'm going to be dissolved immediately. So it comes down to a question of, do I have the dodge abilities to not get spat at by this cop? And honestly, I'm not a nimble individual, so I think the cop would simply turn me to like a little pile of goo. So he would kill me very easily. The tourist, I think he's another one who's going to give me some trouble because he's very big. He looks like he has a very durable skull. It's going to be hard for me to punch or kick my way through that. But he's slow. And, you know, if I really get you know, injured or out of breath, I can just run into a building nearby, you know, take a day off, do some gardening, and he's not really gonna get to me, so I can kill him in a war of attrition. I would eventually slap him to death. So I'm gonna put him on I'd kill them, but it'd be tough. Next we have Mo. Now Mo, I'm not sure, he seems like one of the taller zombies, so I'm gonna assume he's a little bit taller than me. And I think with Mo we have the best candidate here for like, it would be hard to say. It's a bit more of an even fight physically, so it would really come down to like, is he behind me when the fight starts, and like, do I get my like neck ripped out or whatever immediately? That would be pretty bad. I'm gonna put large mother in the same category as the tourist for the same reasons. The feral white would simply kill you very easily. He's like 6'5" and runs ridiculously quickly, but he seems more agile and more balanced than the biker. I don't think he would slip. He runs with an incredible stride. You'd be dead instantly. As simple as that. Next we have, I forget if this is Marlene or Darlene, but it's the one-eyed woman. Again, I don't think she's going to put up a particularly tough fight. It's just a human woman who's several inches shorter than me and probably a lot lighter than me, but also they're a zombie, so they have like no intelligence to outwit me, so I'm just gonna put them, I'd kill them quite easily. Then we have, I think this is Joe. Joe is a lighter zombie in 7 Days to Die. He is kind of comparable in build to the other people I have in I'd kill them like a bug, so I'm gonna just put him in there as well. I don't even care. I kill him like a bug. This is such a stupid tier list. Then we have either Darlene or Marlene, I forget which one is which. I think she's tougher than the I'd kill them like a bug. She seems like a seasoned mother, like she has fought wars for her children, but she is still a zombie. We're not taking any pre-apocalypse training into account here. The beating people's asses training that she had doesn't really apply here. It's really just about physical builds. So I think I'll put her on the low end of I'd kill them, but it'd be tough. The doctor, please, I'd kill a doctor so easily. Like, well, a scientist, a nerd zombie, no, I'd kill them instantly, of course. The hazmat zombie, I think, is another one that's hard to say, because he's something you might not know about the hazmat zombie is he has a higher chance of infection rate than all the other zombies. So maybe he would kill me long after I've stomped on his gas mask as much as possible. So I think it's hard to say, because I would probably kill him, but he might get me infected more easily than the other ones. Then we have the mutated zombie. I think it's pretty evident I'm not immune to radiation in real life, so we're just gonna go with it would kill me very easily. I don't think I really need to defend that one too extensively. I think with Bo, he is one of the most annoying zombies in 7 Days to Die, with like just the power behind his strut. He's a very physically imposing individual. Despite his deceptively lean build, he doesn't really care when you smack him in the head. He barely flinches. So I think he would kill me, but it would be with a fight. He wouldn't kill me like a feral white. The Screamer, I'd kill her like a bug. Quite comfortably. The Screamer would do the thing where she opens her mouth and screams, and then I would just like pull her tongue out, and that would just, she would be gagged. Simple as that. She would be so absolutely gagged by that audacious action that I just took, she would kill herself. So I think I'd kill her like a bug. Now we come to the Skaterpunk zombie. Skaterpunk zombie is just Bo in disguise, so we're gonna put him on the same tier here. Now the soldier zombie is very interesting. He's actually physically less imposing than a lot of the other zombies, but he is very well armored, and like, what am I gonna do against like armor? The only way I as an individual would be able to really harm him is like trickery, like making him fall off a bridge, but we're gonna assume that I can't use techniques like that. So just trying to like brute force him, I'd have to take his helmet off, and that I'm gonna get my hands bit, and then if you get bit, you're probably infected, so he's probably gonna kill you. So I'm gonna go with would kill me with a fight. The spider zombie, now that's a tough one, because like, what if he jumps at me from like far away and like eats me? On the other hand, if I just like elbow drop him or hit him with like the atomic leg drop, what is he gonna do? Really? I mean, he actually has spines on his back. He's more defensible than the crawler. He's a little hedgehog. I think that one is honestly quite hard to say. Alright, then we come to the party girl. She's kind of just a girl in heels who is probably easier to beat than the women who aren't in heels. So she might be one of the easier ones to beat, to be honest. But she is quite fast. But that works against the heels. But then again, do we come to the conclusion that if she's so fast in heels, she's like hyper coordinated? There's the problem. We're going to assume she isn't, and it's just a gameplay thing that the zombies never trip up. And we're going to put her in I'd kill them like a bug, because she's just a woman in a dress in high heels. There's no armor, there's no physical durability, there's no X factors. That's just a corpse that is much lighter and shorter than me. Then we have a zombie, I can't remember the name of it. Is this Steve? Might be Steve.
I am Steve.
I'd kill him like a bug. Same reasons as the doctor. Now we come to the construction worker, and it's a very interesting question. He does have a hard hat that makes it hard for me to beat his skull, and he's got like more durable clothing than say the party girl. You know, the overalls and the extra padding and the tough boots makes him tougher, harder to kill. And he's a decently fast zombie as well, and he kind of, like, when he moves, he's one of the ones that has his arms up, so like he might actually block, which might make him harder to kill, even though he's doing it accidentally. You know what, I'm gonna put hard to say. It's hard to say. If his blocks are effective, or I'm distracted or on the back foot, he'd probably get me. But otherwise, he's just a guy. Probably comparable in size to me, so it's kind of just hard to say. Then we have, I think that's Yo, who's just a dude. I think I'm going to put him, I'd kill him, but it'd be tough. And then we have the janitor, who's the same as the construction worker, but less armored. So I'm going to say I'd kill them, but it'd be tough as well. Then we have the lumberjack. The lumberjack is definitely one of the harder zombies to kill in 7 Days to Die, who isn't cheating, because the biker is cheating. He has armor and he runs at the same speed as Arlene for no apparent reason, and he's more well built than the biker. I think it would be much harder to kill him. Maybe I could use the beard to my advantage in some capacity. I don't know. Overall, I feel like he would actually kind of be harder to beat in a real fight than the biker, because he's more well built. It would be harder to go for his legs than on the biker. I'm actually going to put him ahead of the biker. He would kill me. Would he kill me very easily? No, he's not literally spitting radiation or like some stupid magical effect. And then there's the nurse, who is just the party girl when she's not partying, but I think she's less likely. You know, I'm kind of disrespecting them, putting them behind the burn victim. Like, I think, yeah, that seems about right. All right, so there's a few zombies that weren't on this tier list. I'm just gonna do them verbally. We also have Chuck. I think Chuck would kill you pretty easily. He'd throw a rock at your head, and the fuck am I gonna do about that? And then there's the bee guy, the rancher. Like, assuming he has a swarm of genuinely enraged bees who want to kill you, I don't think there's much you can do about him if you're going bare hands fights with him. Is there anybody else we're missing? I don't know, there's probably some zombies that are missing. What we have come to the conclusion here is that I think I would beat most women in a fight, which is a very uninteresting thing to come from a video made by a male content creator who presumably has an overestimation of their own physical capabilities. However, I think it just says more about the builds of the women in 7 Days to Die. It's not necessarily about women, it's just they are very much all either small, like they look like they're like 5'4", maybe like 120 pounds or something, and then there's the large mother, who is the same logic as the tourist. Is like, I could just go take a holiday while fighting that one. She's not going to get around very quickly. So what I'm learning from this video is I think the fun pimps need to make a Ronda Rousey zombie to add to the game to make things more fair. That way my list would have, they would kill me very easily, would have one woman, and that would be better for society if there was a woman in 7 Days to Die who could kill me. That's the conclusion of this video. And I think, you know, I don't know what I think. Anyway, this is just a dumb video I wanted to make because I came up with a list of like 10 really stupid 7 Days to Die ideas. And I was like, these are horrible. I'm gonna make some of them. And this one amused me. So here we are. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more 7 Days to Die content, like and subscribe and click on this video popping up on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Which zombies would you be in a fight instantly?